this is what they were talking about. The world's most dangerous weapon. What do I do now? Let's do this.
Hello, my name is SammyJade and welcome to Salebox Redemption, the show where I dive into the pre-owned shelves of my local game stores in order to give the unloved games one last chance. So what are the rules? Well, 1. It has to come from the pre-owned shelves of the game store in question. 2. It has to cost under £10 in price for it to qualify. Games like Call of Duty or FIFA will not be included in this list. These are games that always end up in the pre-owned section because they are very much copy-paste of each game. I will play 10 minutes of each game and then judge it to see if it is worth the pre-owned price I paid. Oh, and one last thing. I don't own an Xbox, so for the time being we'll only be judging Nintendo games and PlayStation. So what are we reviewing today? Today we'll be reviewing MYSIMS Agents. I got this game for just over £2. MYSIMS Agents is a spin-off of the game series MYSIMS, and it was released on September the 29th, 2009. The game object is simple: be the best agent you can be. It was released on both Wii and DS, whereas the Wii version was met with positive reviews. The DS had mixed reviews instead. Today we'll be playing the Wii version. I should point out, I like MYSIMS. Fight me.
Fight me!
MYSIMS Agents, let me begin, cannot be compared to the mainstream sim games and instead are more akin to the side titles such as MYSIMS Life Stories and The Herbs. They focus less on the godlike mechanics of living and manipulating the lives within the game and instead focus more on decoration and living out a simple story. However, this does not make the games bad. MYSIMS is a very relaxed style of gameplay. It's a colourful, childish world that begins with character creation. The selection is limited, however it still contains the charm of spending hours just perfecting that look you want to show the world. I myself like to go for the most adorable option possible. So there we go, she's all done.
And that's your 10 minutes up.
What?
Your 10 minutes that you wanted to use for gameplay, you've used it all up.
Character creation doesn't count.
I'm sorry, what?
Character creation doesn't count.
What?
This is my show, I make the rules. So anyway, on to the actual gameplay. The story begins in a pizzeria where you, the player, declare to the world that you're going to become the best detective / secret agent, and the first case is to solve the mystery of Poppy's missing puppy. The game mechanics are fairly simple. You push the directional button in order to select your item, and then you either press the A button or shake the Wii remote to interact with the environment. There's also a run button and a jump button, so practically anywhere on the map is available to explore to a degree. At At this point, it should be noted that the dialogue is not kid-friendly and uses large words and nods to jokes an older audience would get. I've seen this happen across a lot of media recently, little jokes made to a previous generation. However, the words used in this game are so out of reach of children it has a child-proof cap. The game is trying to aim at Sims players who have grown up playing these games, but be child-friendly at the same time. In an aim to make it fun for two separate generations, they've made it a bit mismatched. Maybe then, this means it's meant to be played while supervised? As you can see, it's jarring. Now let's solve this case of dog napping! It's strange. At some point, this game holds your hand and tells you exactly what to do, and then out of nowhere is really vague. So you walk up to the girl and she's all like, "So yeah, I know my dog's favourite toy, it's this ball!" And so you're trying to be a good detective and being all like, "So, hey, can I, see this ball?" And then she's all like, "No, I lost it." This right here is Dog Owner of the Year. Anyway, after this, there is no hint, and you're just expected to figure out this one bush at the back of the park has a ball in. Now, that's okay, but even as an adult, I found this quite strange, and it took me a few moments to realise what I was doing. I can't even imagine a child playing this game, although, in my defence, I think they'd just go around just clicking on random bushes until they found the right one. Although, I did think to look in the bin, which is apparently one object over from where the ball was, so go me, earning those detective stars, I think. At least when I found the bone and jerky, it was in a small area with not many objects, so at least it was a bit more obvious. This is a tutorial, right? I do like the nod towards evidence though. You can find it for both sides to make your argument, so it doesn't feel too easy, question mark. So we solved our first case, yay! Cake for everyone, please! And the first thing Poppy does is abandon her dog in the park again. You do know this is how this started, right? Dog Owner of the Millennium! So the demographic of the game is casual gamers and children. In a way, it kind of reminds me of a Disney movie. The kids are there for the cartoons and the slapstick, where the adults are there for the jokes the kids don't get. MYSIMS is not a bad game. I like the series, so take what I say with a pinch of salt. But the characters are lovable, the story is cute and fun, and the controls are easy to pick up. However, it is missing something, and that's the building blocks. In other games of the series, you use building blocks to create houses and objects for people. It may not have fit the theme, therefore they decided not to put it in. However, since this is the only game in the series that doesn't have this mechanic, it almost feels like the game is on its own rather than part of a series. I do understand some people's dislike of the game. It is a world away from the original source material. I've also heard reports that people were expecting something more along the lines of Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon. However, such a game could never come to fruition, especially with EA's inability to group its material together to save space and time. Yes, I have played your Facebook game of Sims. Can you imagine something with the complexity of Animal Crossing and then pair it up with EA's inability to actually group up its assets together? The story as well is a little weird. Now, I'll admit, I did play further into the game after we finished recording, and well, it doesn't feel like a secret agent storyline. More along the lines of if the cast from Midsummer Murders were suddenly given a bunch of spy tools by MI5 and then went about their daily business. However, now they can get rid of all those pesky bins in their way. However, this game is not meant to be taken seriously. It's light-hearted and silly, and despite its flaws, you will be interacting with the TV to dialogue and characters. I admit it, this game isn't perfect, but not many games are. So, in conclusion, you'll either love this game or you'll hate it, but if you have a few hours to kill and would like something light-hearted and cheerful, but didn't like the building mechanics of both Kingdom and MYSIMS, this game is for you. Now for the judgment. Will it be yay or nay? Yay! But I want to play it some more first. So, the verdict has been reached and court is adjourned. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Salebox Redemption. Please feel free to use the likes and comments below, and if you subscribe, I hope this is the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Bye bye!